Do you have an enemy or enemies? How are you friends? Pray you are healthy and well. Welcome to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today I wanna share with you who is your worst enemy. But my next question is, do you have an enemy? Maybe some of you answers, no, I do not have an enemy. And maybe some says, I don't know, I don't remember any. But I would like to say to you today, you've got a lot of enemies. And do you know who is the worst among them all? It is not your demanding boss, nor your nagging wife, not your critics, neither your political opponents, and not even your stubborn neighbors. Do you really want to know? Be ready. Your worst enemy is none other than yourself, your pride. Your ego. Pride is a feeling or deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements. Remember the great Titanic shipwrecked on April 1912. Thomas Andrew, the famous architect, designer of Titanic, made a prideful statement that it was unsinkable. He even boastfully declared that even God himself couldn't sink this ship. But history tells us what happened. The achievements of those with whom one is closely associated, or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired, clouds your judgment. It makes an otherwise logical man too emotional. Decisions get made for the wrong reasons. Perspective goes out the window. Oftentimes, pride is the root of many broken relationships and families. Ego is an evil in any relationship. Pride develops from ego. It makes us think we are better than our spouses and often develop a superiority complex in us. Individuals fail to respect each other, and often this turns their relationship toxic. Pride is the root of many country leaders' conflict that leads to fights, display of powers, and wars. Pride is the root cause of many unfulfilled dreams and unreached goals, ambitions. Pride affects your ability to see the big picture because you are hell-bent on defending your position. At its very worst, pride can be the one thing stopping you from greatness. Seriously, pride can be the one thing stopping you from advancing in life. It's a freaking tragedy, isn't it? Your biggest character flaw is also the biggest obstacle in getting you to where you want to be. Negative pride is the biggest obstacle that stops you to get into God's perfect plan for you. You have to get over your pride, you've got to break it. And the big leap to get over into it is to swallow it now. But when to swallow your pride? 1. When you failed at the job you were supposed to do, either as a husband, a father, a mother, a worker, or a boss. Learn to accept failures and admit your limitations. Don't be hesitant to say, I'm sorry. Learn to admit your failures and accept your limitations. 2. When you don't know something. We weren't born all-knowing, we weren't meant to know everything about everything. Don't try to act brilliant when you are clueless or have no idea about a subject. Just say, I don't know what you mean, explain it to me like I'm a freaking 2-year-old. You'll look like a stronzo when you try to fake your way around something you don't know. 3. When you need help, admit it. I know we'll never learn to ask for directions, but when you are in desperate times and you've exhausted all your resources, it's time to ask for a favor from a trusted friend. 4. When you are caught in a lie. Admit your lie and don't dig yourself into a deeper hole with more lies. 5. When someone is wiser than you, and gives you good advice. We all like to think we know it all and that we're sharks, but face it, you'll always be a pimple-faced kid even if you are 50 years old, because there will always be someone out there who knows more than you. Shut up and take advice when someone knows more than you. Your pride can take you nowhere. If you carefully follow these advices, then you would become victorious over your worst enemy, your pride. The Bible tells us in Proverbs chapter 16 verse 18, pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. God resists the proud but gives grace to the humble. James chapter 4 verse 6. Pray that you learn from this blog. Consider like, comments, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.